Hi, it's Trisha here, Animal Communicator, with an impromptu live tonight. I had lunch with a friend today who is also a client, and I recently connected with one of her two Dexter cattle that she has. Now, to give you some background, this friend and client I have worked with face to face in person in the past. When I first started doing animal communication, I did some sessions in person with her ponies, and she liked that and she was fine with that because she could see what was going on and she could see the pony changing as I worked with it. But this time she had a problem with one of these little mini cattle, and she asked me if I could do anything and could I come and see it. And I told her, well, no, I don't really do it in person anymore. 99% of the work that I do is remote. And I also told her, I think I'm remembering right, that I didn't need a photo either because I know her, she's a friend, I know her in person. And I had been to her place and briefly seen these two little cattle in her paddock before, so I don't need a photo. Well, I met her for lunch today, and she admitted at the time that she's a total skeptic and she's got a very scientific brain, and she was okay with it when I was working with her ponies in person because she could see it all happening. But with this one little cow, both of them had calves. One accepted its calf, no problem at all. And this one, I can't remember, I think its name was Nessa. Nessa wasn't accepting her calf, wasn't letting it feed. And the remote work that I did with it did make a difference. Even after the first session, she got back to me and said, oh my goodness, I can't believe the difference. She's so much more relaxed, and I've been able to let the calf feed without having to put a rope around her leg, blah, blah, blah. But today when we had lunch, she said to me, I still don't get it, Trisha. How do you know that you were connecting with the right cow? She said, I mean, obviously you were, because you made a difference and she was better, but I just don't get it. How could you possibly know you were connecting with the right animal when you're not even there? And I was just laughing, you know, because I just have total faith in the whole process. But it got me thinking, and I thought of this analogy, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Do you remember, and I'm sure none of you are old enough to actually remember, but you will have seen this in movies, I imagine, when you see old telephone switchboards, when the lady in her, you know, I don't know, 30s, 40s, 50s garb is sitting in front of this huge bank of wires and plugs. Remember those kinds of switchboards? And the caller would call in and they would be wearing their headphones, and so they'd say hello to the caller. What number are you looking for, caller? Caller would tell them, and then they would pull out one plug and plug it in somewhere else to connect the person to that number. That's what animal communication is like for me, I think. So the fact that the client makes a connection with me by messaging me, emailing me, booking a session, there's a connection, and then they tell me who they want me to do the session with. Usually they send me a photo if it's an animal I haven't worked with before. Then all I need to do is move the plug from there to there, and I'm connected to that animal. That's basically it. So for her, even although she has two identical little cows that both had babies, and if I had gone to her place in person, I couldn't have told which one was which. I mean, they look the same to me, right? But because she had one in mind, she had an intention, she was thinking about that particular cow, and she passes that intention to me. All I need to do is say, yep, connect me with that one. Probably even if she hadn't told me the name or given me any picture, I can do that. So that's basically how it works, or how the connection works. So I hope that helps if any of you are wondering or skeptical about it. If you have any questions, I see a few of you are watching, feel free to put them in the comment box and I'll do my best to answer. If you're watching the replay and you have any questions, please type them into the comment box and I'll answer them in there. Last time I did a live at the weekend, a couple of people messaged me privately afterwards with questions. But there are no stupid questions. You can guarantee that someone else will be thinking the same thing or curious about the same thing. So if you have any questions at all, put them in there. I will answer them even afterwards because other people will be interested too. So I don't see any questions popping up, so I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that was helpful, and do get in touch if I can clarify anything else for you. And in the meantime, keep connecting with your animals. See you next time.